This is going to be a very specific message for a group within the collective, and for those who are subscribed to this channel may find that my messages are more personal or directed towards you. So if you resonate with me or you resonate with this message today, consider subscribing to the channel if you would like messages that feel more personal. So without further ado, let's jump into the reading and see what we have here. There's a lot going on, but I'm going to break it down for you. I've already dealt the cards. We're going to see what we have, but looking at the general energy that I have seen here so far from the oracle messages, I'm seeing that relationships are in focus for everyone in June. Relationships are in focus and they're going to be very significant to you. Relationships of every caliber, romantic, friendships, community. I'm seeing that there is a focus on a romantic relationship here, but relationships in general are going to be a strong focus. I'm also seeing a message here about your resources and your finances. We will explore that message here and we will explore it further in the extended. So for your general energy, I pulled the Grace Animal Spirit card for you. So you're showing up as the swan, and the swan energy is a very loving, nurturing, graceful energy. So this could be an energy that you are feeling in June. You could be feeling, I feel like you are going to be more in your heart space in June. There could also be somebody around you that you are connecting with or you will be connecting with, because I'm seeing two swans in this image. One is white and one is black. So this reminds me of the yin and yang symbolism, or just simply light and dark. So I'm seeing two polarities coming together here. So this could be somebody else in your energy, and this could be the energies coming together. So this could be someone new coming in for you. It could be a reconnection with somebody. And I'm specifically picking up on this connection as romantic. So I strongly feel like this is connecting to those who are involved in a romantic connection, feel a connection with somebody, or are reconnecting with somebody. So this is somebody that you're already aware of. I feel like this connection is a connection built on wisdom and mutual respect and affection. Because on the card itself, it says, "The waters to my soul bring your wisdom and light." So I almost feel like too, you or this other person, you may feel like this other person coming in or this other person you are connected with is your light. You see something in them, something that resonates very strongly with your energy. There's a very strong pull and resonance with this person, okay? If you are not interested in a romantic connection, or you don't have anyone you feel you are connecting with right now, this may not be your reading. This can also go for connections that you feel a strong resonance with, but you're not necessarily engaged with at this time. Maybe you haven't come together physically, or maybe you haven't actually had a conversation with this person, but you feel a strong connection with this person. This message can also be relevant to you, but for those who are not feeling connections with anyone romantically, this may not be your reading. I'm also feeling a sense of natural beauty between you both. Like this is a strong energetic bond. It's not that you're both not very physically attracted to each other, because I feel like that is there. But I feel like the primary focus is on the energetic connection that you feel with this person and that they feel with you. I feel like there is a mutual awareness of each other. So if you're wondering if this person is aware of you, I'm seeing that they are, and you're definitely aware of them in some regard. If you're not, if you don't know who this person is, who has their energy focused on you or directed at you, you can sense something. You can sense somebody, you can sense someone specific watching you, or you feel someone in your energy, even if you can't explain it or you don't fully understand it. And for others of you, this is a bond that is going to be getting closer. It's going to be strengthening. You're going to be coming together with a higher commitment. So this could be, if you do have somebody that you are seeing, that you are getting closer with, I feel like June you are going to be getting even closer, and this could potentially be moving into something very serious. I'm also seeing for their energy and the middle energy, there is this personal choice, inner knowing energy. So I feel like something is going to become known in June about this connection, or this person or you are going to have a sudden realization about a connection or a person. There's also a message here about loyal friends always being with you. So I feel like you do have people around you that you can connect with, you can reach out to. during difficult times or when you really need to speak to somebody or connect to somebody. I feel like there's this message about you reaching out. Maybe you're a little bit isolated at this time. I do see hermit energy here. Maybe you struggle to reach out to others for some reason. Maybe you feel like maybe you have certain rigid views or emotions around connections right now, and it's affecting your ability to reach out or connect with others. But I'm definitely seeing that there are relationships here for you, community, friendships that you can reach out to, that you can connect with. And these are people that they care about you, they will care about you, and equally, they may feel the same. They may feel a resonance with you, but they may struggle to reach out to you for some of the same reasons. I feel like there's this mirroring effect within your community, friendships, and relationships as a whole that is going on with you. Maybe something that you need to clear or look more closely at that is preventing more intimate connections from strengthening in your life. I'm also seeing the rebirth card here. You can reinvent yourself, open up to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. So I feel like there has been some sort of rebirth, or you will be experiencing some sort of rebirth in June when it comes to your relationships. I'm specifically picking up on a certain viewpoint or a way of thinking around relationships that are going to change or have been changing. So I feel like something has been healed, transmuted, or transformed that is allowing relationships and connections to come in for you at this time. I feel like this could possibly also be why you're showing up as the grace card, because I feel like you're melting a little bit. You're becoming more malleable in how you flow within connections. This could possibly have to do with expectations you have of others or expectations you have felt from others. I feel like you are letting go of some past grievances or past hurts, but I feel like it has taken some time to see something clearly. I feel like this rebirth is also connected to the inner knowing. So I feel like you are being guided to connections, and you are being guided to focus specifically on your relationships and connections at this time. I'm also seeing a need here to, when it comes to your connections, focus on the good qualities of your connections. I'm picking up on an energy here of maybe focusing too much on the negatives of other people or the flaws of other people, because none of us are perfect. We all have flaws. But I'm seeing, because this personal choice card says to close your eyes and focus on the strengths that they are known for. Or what animal do you imagine them being? Or what traits of an animal do you imagine them containing? What wisdom do they share? So I feel like there's a message here about connecting with the good side of people. I'm not saying to ignore, if someone is really toxic, I'm not saying to ignore that or to ignore their bad qualities. But I feel like you could be emphasizing them right now, and it could be actually pushing connections away from you that are very genuine and loving, because everyone has good qualities. You know, sometimes we can get stuck in our not so pleasant qualities, and we'll show them to others because we're going through something very stressful, or we're going through a very low period of our life. And, you know, sometimes others seeing the good in us or others seeing the potential in us can help us get through that. So I just feel like your personal perspectives about relationships, if you slightly shift these, I feel like there will be a big difference that you will see in your connections and how your connections will flow. Also, I'm seeing not to take things too personally. You know, a lot of things are not personal to us. They're often reflections of other people or something that that person is going through, or their communication style. There's so many factors in the reason why someone may be behaving a certain way, right? So just keep that in mind when communicating with others or communicating with your friends and family. If there seems to be a persistent difference or a persistent misunderstanding in communication or whatever that might be, then maybe a timeout or some distance is the best course of action. But I'm also seeing people around you who will understand you, who do want to be with you and spend time with you, okay? I'm seeing that it comes down to a personal choice. So you may be making a personal choice, or you have in the past, to isolate or to stay away from others. You may have been experiencing something since the rebirth is here, and it may have had to do with your connections, kind of causing this distance within yourself and others in general. You know, since this inner knowing card was also coming out for someone in your energy, I feel like they are also going to realize something about you, or they're going to see something in you, or feel a very strong pull with you in this month of June. That if there hasn't been any communication or there hasn't been any engagement, I feel like this could potentially be happening in June, okay? So pay attention to who is trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to your emails and your messages. I also had a side message here. This energy has to do with a confidence wound. Maybe something that you have gone through in your relationships in the past left you with a very deep wound. I feel like you have been through it when it comes to your relationships. I feel like you have been taken advantage of. You have been exploited. You have been knocked around by other people, disgenuine people, people who may appear to have good intentions at first but don't really have the best intentions. You tend to pull in people who need a lot of self-healing, and you end up in this role of trying to heal them instead. I feel like this is about your own independence and your own healing and getting your confidence back and standing on your own 2 feet again, thinking for yourself and, not avoiding the red flags in others. I feel like if you are somebody who tends to avoid the red flags and focus on the potential of another person, one thing I'm going to tell you here that is very important, that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the potential that you see in others. What matters is where they are right now and how they are showing up right now, okay? That's where they are in their journey. And it's very important for us to accept where they are in their journey. I also feel like your relationships right now can really help to heal this energy. I feel like there are people who can help to heal you just from their presence, just from their positive energy. I feel like you do have positive energy around you. You just need to open up to it. There could be some ego and fear here when it comes to relationships, and it could have been branded from these past experiences. So that's going to be something important to look at when moving forward, to make sure that you are not self-sabotaging and coming from a place of fear of being hurt again, or meeting someone and automatically thinking that they are disgenuine because you have been lied to or deceived before in the past. Because going into new relationships or connections with this kind of thinking can recreate this situation, because it's coming from an unhealed place. So just pay attention to this. I'm seeing a message here about unconditional love. So be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself and what you allowed in the past while you were learning, while you were growing, when you didn't know. I feel like you're a very different person now. You have learned a lot of lessons, especially when it comes to personal relationships. And now it's time to put that knowledge into action, but not in a way where it consumes from bitterness or anger or anything like that. This energy needs to be transmuted, because in this reading I am seeing a lot of beauty around you. Beauty in the sense of energy and love, okay? You're a very attractive person, but I feel like potentially right now you may not be feeling very attractive, or you may not be feeling like you are enough, or you have been made to feel like you are not enough from your past relationships. I feel like you may have had somebody who was very critical of you in some relationship. It could have been a friendship, could have been a family member, could have been a romantic relationship, but I feel like it's time to move away from this now. And this is another message about not taking these things personally, because sometimes damaged people who don't take accountability or don't self-reflect or don't look inward at themselves can be very, very critical of others. And a lot of times that criticism is the criticism directed at themselves and not even at you. Okay, so it's important to remember that it isn't a personal thing. Not to internalize that criticism or anything that has happened to you in the past. And to heal that and bring back your beautiful confidence. I feel like specifically when you are in this confidence space, you are very attractive and alluring, okay? This also has to do with this rebirth energy. So I feel like you are starting to realize this now, or you are starting to heal this and move through it. You're spreading your beautiful wings. There's also fire here on the bottom. I choose to be unstoppable. So I feel like this rebirth is because you have reconnected with yourself. You have reconnected with the fire within yourself, your spark. You're getting your spark back. You are starting to draw in the people who are meant to be in this vibration. You are starting to raise yourself up into I'm also seeing greatness here. So you are meant for great things. You're starting to see your greatness. You're starting to reconnect with what you're passionate about and what you love. Okay. And I'm also seeing bliss here for June. And it specifically says cherishing the day. So I feel like you're going to be feeling some bliss in June. I feel like you're going to be flowing more. You're going to be accepting more. You're also going to be provided for because we have resources here. So you may have something coming in for you, some unexpected money or financial help, or something is going to be accepted if you applied for anything. I'm also seeing that you're not going to have to worry about resources because you're going to be just fine, okay? You could possibly even be having somebody help you. So if there are any concerns about finances or resources this month, I feel like you're going to be just fine because this came out with the Bliss card. For the overall situation and energy here for June when it comes to your personal relationships, I pulled the Hermit, the Sun, and the Ace of Cups, and this is absolutely amazing and beautiful energy, okay? You've got both the Ace of Cups and the Sun here, so this is like, this comes out to me as strong transformational energy, okay? This is heart space energy, this is new love, this is feeling happy and blissful in your connections, in your relationships, and within yourself. So I feel like through your relationships, you're going to be seeing yourself more clearly in June. That's what I also talked about with the Grace card here, that you are going to be seeing yourself more clearly, reconnecting with yourself more clearly. There's going to be this rebirth within your connections as well. So there's been a rebirth within yourself, a reconnection with yourself and what you love within yourself and in your life. And that is reconnecting you to your important relationships, to those who are meant to come in for you because you have made this space within yourself. So the Ace of Cups here, I'm specifically looking at this hand reaching out with this ball of energy. I feel like there's going to be somebody coming towards you, reaching out to you, engaging with you in the month of June. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of affection. It may not come off that way right away, but I feel like there is a strong connection here between you and somebody else. And I feel like it's going to be showing up more in June. This mutual awareness or this mutual connection that you are feeling, I feel like there's somebody else who is also feeling this way towards you. I feel like you and this person are being guided towards each other now because of this rebirth energy, because of this reconnection within self. It has made space to connect with this person, okay? I feel like this could have been the blockage that was holding you back before. And the Sun, I'm seeing the Sun connected to the Bliss card here. So I feel like you're going to be feeling very blissful, and I feel like it's going to be a very stress-free month as well. It doesn't mean that nothing stressful is going to occur, but I feel like you're going to be handling it very well. You're going to be in this very resilient energy. You're going to handle things really well, and you're going to be feeling very supported and connected to others. That's what I'm seeing. I'm just going to quickly, before we move into the extended, I'm just going to quickly look at synchronicities and extra messages that I had here. This can be signs that this reading is for you, or it could be you may feel a strong resonance with one of these messages, or they're just additional messages that connect to this reading, okay? So we've got earth signs, so you could be dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn, or you could be an earth sign. You've also got no, not at this time. So if there's a question on your mind, the answer is no, not right now. It doesn't mean it isn't happening or moving in the background, but I'm seeing at this moment, it's a no. I'm also seeing vacation, and this one has been coming up for weeks and weeks. So I feel like some of you are definitely traveling or moving, and I feel like your connections are also connected to travel or a new location. I'm also seeing an air sign here, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So you or this other person you're connecting with could be an air sign. I've also got patience here, just a few more months. So it could take a few months for things to progress for you. I'm also seeing give it time. This goes hand in hand with the patience card here. So I feel like you do need to be patient around this energy. Take things slow, if you know what I mean. I'm seeing that there is a need to nurture something. This could be a relationship, or it could be a project, something you're passionate about. There's a need to nurture it and not rush the process. So this is about being consistent every day, showing up every day for something, and it's going to grow. It's inevitable, okay? It's already growing. So you've planted a seed some time ago, and that seed is starting to grow, okay? This is also connected to karma. Seeds planted and trees growing are connected to karma. So you are creating karma here. And this Karma is created through our actions, the way that we think, our perspectives, our behavior. So I feel like something has really shifted for you, and specifically within your relationship, something is growing. And I'm also seeing intimacy here, so I'm definitely picking up on a romantic relationship. This month you could potentially be getting more physically closer with somebody. If this isn't so literal, then it could just be a strong energetic connection. Okay, I'm seeing sexual chemistry here and reminiscing, so you could be looking back on some memories. If this is a reconnection, then this could be with somebody that you had a very strong sexual chemistry with. Or if it's someone brand new, then you're going to feel a very strong chemistry with them, okay? A very strong pull. And you will know because you will feel this. And I'm also seeing Mercury retrograde. We're not in Mercury retrograde at the time that I am recording this message, but by the time you are listening to this message, we could potentially be in a Mercury retrograde. Either way, I'm seeing that there could be you could be having electronical issues. You may experience things not working around you or working how they usually are. So this is just a heads up to prepare in advance. If you're going anywhere or you're doing anything, to make sure that you prepare ahead of time. There could also be misunderstandings or communication issues. So again, this is a message about not taking anything personally. Specifically in June, I feel like there could be a lot of communication around you. There could be messages coming in out of the blue. There could be people coming in out of the blue. And there could be a lot of communication energy directed towards you, okay? So you may have to deal with some unexpected communication as well. Don't take anything personally if anything happens. So if you feel hurt or you feel like you're taking it very personally if something happens this month, just remember this card. Just remember what I'm saying here about not taking it personally, about communication being in focus for this month, okay? All right, I'm going to leave it here now, and I'm going to jump over to the extended where we are going to dig into these messages a little bit more, and we're also going to clarify the Sun, the Hermit, and the Ace of Cups, and we're also going to explore this other person's energy, which we haven't done yet. If this is where we part, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your support. Leave a like and a comment if this resonated with you. I wish you the absolute best. Take care. Bye for now.